Yeah. Heck, man. American pickers ain't got nothing on me, man. Hello, all my fellow junkers, resellers, thrifties, you dang trash pickers. Today, look at this, man, this sun drop. Just pulled this out, man. Picked this up a while back. No chips, nothing. I'll look it up. A little sun drop bottle. Dude, there is a beep that keeps going off on my desk. I don't even know if I'd call this pile. Dude, it is stacked that deep full of stuff to list. So this morning, you know, I used to do what sold videos and stuff. And the way that Miss Kitty ships anymore, I've talked about it before, man, it's fast. But this morning, well, the stuff that sold overnight, just 2 items, but they sold overnight. And one of them, man, I'm thinking has been on for 5 to 7 years. And then the other one's probably been 5 years. So I don't know what the heck's going on. But let's just show them. Then we'll probably talk a little bit. So first, we have a beautiful old Idaho mule deer, large 3x3 set of antlers, and they sold for $65.15 shipped. So that wasn't too bad. You know, notice, man, that's from fighting or whatever, but there's a spike right there that's missing. But it shows it, man, right in the picture. So put this over here. And then the antlers, I don't know, I'd say they've probably been on for 5 years. List it and forget it, man. That's the best way to do it. Nowadays, you know, eBay's changed, and very rarely do I, actually I got to check a couple of them, but very rarely do I run things at auction. And it used to be me and Kitty'd go round and round because she wanted to list it and forget, and I was all, no way, man, I'm running this as an auction, you know, because I'm an auction guy. But we started, I don't know how long ago, eBay changed the way they do it, you know. Now you just list it and it stays on there and redoes itself or whatever, puts it back on there. But it used to not be like that. And I'd say we've been doing it this way for, I don't know how many years, man, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. But we started doing, you know, what would say list it and forget it. And then they changed it to where now, basically, unless you run it as an auction, if you list it, man, it just keeps renewing itself. So then 5 or 7 years down the road, you sell something like this. So this is pretty cool. This is a 1970s vintage Troxel unicycle found in old Idaho barn, and it sold for $213.42. Woohoo! Shipped. So that was and that took like I said, man, that's probably been on for, hold on. Just to say, 5 to 7 years, but I'm thinking more like 7 years. It's been on a long time. It was hung up in my barn, I think over the Idaho Hillbilly, my other channel. I actually did it might be tomorrow's video. It's coming out where I am actually going and I get this thing out of the barn, dude, and it's just covered in cobwebs. And that's since the days that, 7 years ago. Now it would be in a bag out in the eBay shed. That thing, I've had that before. We had the shed or the whatever, the eBay shed, that we actually stick eBay stuff in. That was before Dad. So then another, looking at this, and, $213, a lot of that shipping. And, man, we're looking at it, and the one thing that I don't think's right, that eBay started doing a few years ago, and if you're an eBayer, you know this stuff, but they charge you a percentage when, your whole, I'm getting, excuse me, they take their fees out of the whole $213, so $100 to ship it, and they get their percentage, which I don't know what the percentage is right now. I can't, I ain't going to get all into every percentage, but it's a lot. They definitely get their cut. And I think when they started doing that, I was like, that is such crap. And what it does, especially with shipping costs these days, but what it does is makes me, anything I list, man, I don't list big items, they're a pain in the butt to, by the time that you take all your time to wrap them up and ship them out and all that stuff, and eBay's getting, 20% or whatever the heck it is they get off of that shipping, dude, it is a crock of crap is what it is. But it's still eBay, man. Nothing, man, I've got stuff on, I don't know if I still got stuff. There was a Blue Jay that I tried, and, I don't know. I know I got stuff listed. Etsy's, dude, it's kind of went to crap in the last year or so, 2 years. It's not like it was. And then, what's the other? Bonanza, I think it was Bonanza. I've still got stuff on Bonanza. And then I got stuff on something else. But it's been a long time since I sold anything off any of those. We sell little things here and there, but nothing like eBay. That's what keeps me coming back for more. And then the prices, where the heck, that doesn't even have a tire. That unicycle, it took 7 years to sell it. Somebody's going to need a tire, it's got a little rust on it, everything like that. Obviously, the person that got it, they probably had one there in their kid or something, it's something that, that connection. And just like I talked about, that's the kind of stuff I want to sell now, and I don't, because things coming, man. We ain't going to get into that on this channel, man, but like I said, things coming. Look at this, man. I pulled this out yesterday, too. This is a little match. It really bums me out because they painted it. Man, you can see the overspray there on the back. Match holder, obviously. That's a stick match holder, and then this here is, man, for your burnt matches. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'll sell it. I love it, man. I love it. But anyway, man, eBay's, still worth it, man. I still, make money. I'm going to list a few more things. It's funny because, I listed a couple things yesterday. Mostly working on this, you can't tell, but working on going through stuff. Man, that's, like I said, I've got it so piled up right here now to list. And then I put a bunch of stuff in a box over there that I got to list. But I did end up listing a couple of things, man. And no sin, I was already on there, and I get on there and send out offers every day and all that stuff. But it wasn't, hour or two after listing, man, bam, bam. I end up selling these things from, from years ago. So I'm telling you, man, keeping the action going, it definitely keeps the eBay going. And eBay, I've been doing eBay a long time, man. I've been doing eBay since dang near the beginning. And full-time eBay, I did some other things, but we came out of the motorhome and, I think we were in the motorhome for Y2K, because we lived in the motorhome and traveled around doing flea markets, antique shows, rendezvous, powwows, all that kind of stuff. And we came out of the motorhome in 2001 or 2002. 2001. I remember because I'd got this place, and the reason I remember that is, before 911, cause we were in that place, because I remember that like yesterday, but I also remember Dale Earnhardt was killed in 2001, so... Anyway, man, how depressing. But anyway, so however long that's and I played around with a little bit before that. That's Mike. I was talking about it last time, that old Mooney was trying to get me to do it, and I'd put a couple little things, and I'm like, dude, this is weird. And back then, it was the wild, wild west, man. You're putting crap on without pictures, and people are sending you money orders, and getting in pissing matches with everybody, man. You could leave negative, they could leave negative, man. You'd be feuding between you two. Sometimes it was a nightmare, but it was money making, and it was just another way to peddle my junk, man. Because I ended up, I don't know what year, man. Kitty's good at all the years, but me thinking back, but after we got out of the motorhome is when I was coming off the loft, and that, because I basically broke my foot off, and was in a wheelchair and stuff for a year. And that's when I started doing eBay. Must have been the end of 2001. So that's when I started doing it full time, and pretty much, I went and drove tow truck and did some other stuff after that. But I've been doing eBay ever since, and always will, till the end, man, till the end. But they sure get a lot more than they used to. All right, man, remember, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. And if you're out there treasure hunting, I hope you find some color in the bottom of your pan. Hey, ya!